Hey, if he brings a championship to this franchise that hasn't had a championship in X amount of years, oh my God, that makes him one of the greatest. You cannot count the years before somebody came to making somebody great. Neighbors, nieces, nephews, this is your favorite Uncle Spoonie, the neighborhood supporter, and welcome back to another installment of I Got Five on It, where I take topics that I'm interested in, break down my opinion in 5 minutes or less. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed, but regardless of what, I'm glad you're here with me. Go ahead and take your shoes off at the door and like, share, and subscribe. Send it to a mother, daughter, brother, sister, father, one more time. Road to get monetized. All right, it's been a minute, y'all. Been a long minute. As you can see, Michigan primary vote today, elections. Your boy was out there. And I'm going to make this content for another day. But we're going to get into some things. There has been a lot of things moving in the NBA. Some people say he's still the face of the league. I think he is still one of the biggest faces in the NBA. And he's transitioning out. So while he's still here, we're going to show some appreciation. LeBron James is now on the Philadelphia 76ers. If you've seen my previous video about, where LeBron was going to go, I was hinting towards Cleveland. Just the perfect wrap up, fairy tale ending, go back to Cleveland again. So that means he would have been a Cleveland teammate 3 times. You know what I mean? So I think that would have been pretty good. A little trifecta, Trinity for the way out. But who knows if this is even his last 2 years. But he ended up taking a very small contract to play in Philly. And there's a lot of debates going on here. Hey, if he brings a championship to this franchise that hasn't had a championship in X amount of years, oh my God, that makes him one of the greatest. You cannot count the years before somebody came to making somebody great. Let's start there. You can't just say, "Oh, they haven't had a championship in 40 years. Oh, if he win, he the greatest because he finally brought a championship again." No. Real NBA fans, at least like myself, I care about the time you were with that team and the ball club that you have while you were on that team, and were you able to complete the objective or the goal to get a championship. That's what I count. The other stuff is beautiful for the city, but we're not counting that into his greatness. We're not counting that. Oh, fucking AI didn't get a chip, so LeBron finally got the chip, so that means he. No. No, we're not doing that. So let's LeBron fans chill that out. Okay? Y'all need to calm it down. All right. He has joined an excellent ball club. I was excited for Jaylen Brown to get over there because I was excited for him just to leave the Celtics. They got rid of him for Paul George, so that showed you what they felt about Jaylen Brown. Okay, and most people have been saying it wasn't a super team when Jaylen Brown joined, and when Jaylen Brown joined, y'all wasn't mad. That's because he really didn't have a damn choice. They shipped his ass out for Paul George. Come on now, Celtics. Y'all fans, y'all know what that fucking mean. Paul George, they say Paul George is like the secret to the next team winning. When you trade him and get him the fuck up out of there, it's potentially a championship coming. So they are on the right trajectory. You know what I mean? And I was waiting to see Jaylen Brown fit in with that ball club, teach up a Victor Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey. I wanted to see him, do that leadership thing over there, bring that winning culture. And then here we go. LeBron James has joined as well. So right now they have 2 players, which is Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey, who averaged 28 points last season. Then you have a Joel Embiid who averaged about 27 points last season. Then you got LeBron James who averaged 20 points last season. And then a Victor Edgecombe, I think he averaged about 16, 17 points last season. So they are stacked. Let's not get it confused, LeBron James fans. This is a stacked roster. And the reason why LeBron James gets more heat for this move than anybody else. First, because he could have took less money in LA. He took the biggest contract and then said he wanted help on the Lakers to potentially win the championship. So my conclusion of his time in LA, he knew he wanted to get the fuck on. He wanted to scrape them for the money they had and finally, make some things happen at another team. So he was already planning his exit. He wanted the bread. He knew he wasn't going to win there, or he didn't give a fuck. I don't know what it was, but he said, fuck the Lakers. Let me extract everything that I can from you guys. Let me get Bronny James in here. Let me get JJ Redick. Let me get Russell Westbrook. Let me get a Carmelo, even though that didn't work. You know what I mean? We gonna try to figure it out. But I'm gonna have some scapegoats with me. It's not my fault. It's these other guys' fault. Excuse. I mean, he's on his own podcast saying that he played with minimum guys. It's him and Luke on the team, but there's other teams on the other players on the team. Why y'all not mad at them? Why y'all just think me and Luka supposed there's other players on the team, but when you win, you're the greatest of all time. So you get that ridicule, buddy. So it's sort of different when LeBron James takes a look at the field. Potentially could go anywhere. And the thing was Cleveland, James Harden. How they gonna handle that? I feel like they would have got James Harden the fuck up out of there. That's just my opinion. They would have figured it out. Got him the fuck up out of there, especially to get LeBron. But there is high hopes for LeBron James, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Victor Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, Anthony Simmons. I think they got KCP now. So they stacking the deck over there. They're looking really good. But I feel like this is a high pressure situation for LeBron James. You're supposed to come over there with this leadership, and kind of whip them all into shape. Like you as the veteran, I'm not expecting a lot of minutes from you. I think you will start, but I'm not expecting a lot of minutes from LeBron James. But I am expecting some leadership and counsel. But hopefully that leadership and counsel will do great for that ball club. Okay. And like I said, they're hoping for him to bring a championship, potentially 2 championships to Philly, or this ball club to bring a championship to Philly, which I feel like it's possible if they catch the right momentum at the right time, especially if it's late, where they can get that excitement, get that city behind them. Oh man, it's gonna be electric. I'm voting for Philly versus the Celtics for Christmas. That's just the way it should be. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Paul George, Jaylen Brown. Let the Celtics and Philly, because this can last after LeBron. Don't base the rivalry on Bron. This thing can keep going back and forth, Philly and Boston. This can keep going. Do not base the Christmas game on Bron's story. Let Bron be an accessory to amplify it, okay? But one thing I would say I do like about, well, a couple things I may say that I like about this move. Jaylen Brown is heavy within social issues and speaking on them, speaking out about social issues. I feel like with him and Brown on the same team, we're going to get some very involved brothers. There's no way LeBron James is going to let Jaylen Brown out activist him. No, nope. He's going to be right there along with him. So we're going to have 2 heavily involved brothers on the team, which is going to spill off into the other members of the team. This is just me projecting. So don't get too excited. But this is just me projecting. This is how I think it's going to go. And I mean, it is cool. LeBron can actually pretty much relax. You know what I'm saying? Like he can relax a little bit, I think. Don't have to overdo it. Don't have to be cheating out on defense and all that shit. Just take the minutes you can play, man. Don't be all the let out man and leaking out and all of that shit. I don't like that LeBron James, man. I don't like that LeBron James. That's LeBron I don't even want to win, to be honest. Most people are like, but he this old, but he that old. All right, then when he making that 20 points just by cherry picking and shit, like I'm not gonna give a fuck about that. If you can't play full out for the minutes that you're in, get your ass to the bench. You are playing too many minutes, sir. That's my opinion. But other things, so we're going to have some active brothers. right? And LeBron get to chill. And I just think it's good for controversy, man. It's good for the league. Mix some shit up. Fuck it. I mean, it's only his last two, and we don't know. Shit, it might not be his last two. But I'll tell you this one thing. This does not put him close to the GOAT debate. The GOAT debate is out the window, in the trash, set the trash on fire, dump the ashes in the ocean, take that piece of the ocean, put that in the AI data center, and then let them travel that down to the bunkers that the government is creating. Okay? Put that argument all the way down there. All right. I don't want to hear this shit again. It's no way you leaking up with all stars, an MVP, another MVP, a finals MVP, all these type of players, and this brings you closer to the damn debate. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how many championships you win. You are no longer close to Kobe to me. I'll take that back. I think him and Kobe can go like a 2A, 2B. You know what I mean? Depending on your vibes. You know what I mean? If you like the bounce around ass nigga, pick Brian. If you like one of those that's gonna stand up, highly competitive, mamba mentality, you know, just a dog on the court, the type of shit you needed to kind of grow up around the block and shoot hoops and go to gyms and shit like that, kind of take you that nostalgia feel, you can go Kobe Bean Bryant. But if you like the player empowerment, buddy buddy, less accountable, throwing his team under the bus when he lose, taking all the credit when they win, just need all the superstars, need the most help ever. Need more help than Dirk, need more help than Kobe, need more help than Jordan, need more help than OKC, well, Shea, need more help than Denver, need more help than, who else is a recent champion? Boston Celtics. The list can go on. You know what I mean? Tim Duncan and them. They just worked on having a good unit and playing good ball. But neighbors, nieces, and nephews, let me know how y'all feel about this LeBron on Philly. Y'all liking it? Y'all rocking with it? What y'all think the Christmas schedule? Should it be Christmas, Philly versus the Celtics? Because I don't think there's no other choice. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. See y'all again next time. Peace.